It's 6 o'clock.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, May 14, 2025. Mental health is real. Seek help, end the stigma. On the news this morning. Analysts bash Governor Fubara's restraint. Analysts bash Governor Fubara's restrained call. As PDP voices clash on Rivers crisis. House of Representatives reject bills on rotational presidency. On the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump expected to meet Syrian leader after announcing he will lift sanctions. I'm Ifechukwu Moyele with the news. Now, public affairs analyst Dr. Kennedy Allen Nwokama has thrown his weight behind the suspended governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, following the governor's call for restraint among his supporters. Governor Fubara had urged his supporters to seek his consent before making any public comment on the ongoing political crisis in the state. Speaking to our correspondent, Dr. Allen Nwokama said the governor's remarks were a strategic move to rein in what he described as crisis merchants who may be taking advantage of the situation to escalate tensions.
In recent times, there are a lot of crisis mongers, persons who benefit from a crisis situation, who want the crisis to prolong perpetually, who would not want us to have peace in the state. I think I like the speech the governor made. He has now drawn the line. So the governor did the right thing by also putting a check. That speech will put a check. Some persons who are referred to as crisis merchants, people who benefit from the prolongation of the crisis that is besetting the state.
But the spokesperson for the PDP presidential campaign in the 2023 general election, Dr. Lelo Nwibubasa, acknowledged that the governor has a right to express his views, but stressed that the people who entrusted him with power also have a right to speak, especially at a time when the office he occupies is under pressure.
While I agree that the governor has right to the way he will want to attend to the crisis that has engulfed the state, but I want to state very clearly that the office of the governor belongs to the people of Rivers State. Siminalayi Fubara is holding that position in trust for Rivers people. And so it will be very difficult for the governor to control the way Rivers people will react and respond to a seat that they donated to him. Every power that is with elected officials are powers that are donated. And so the donor has the right to respond and react when they feel.
Nwibubasa said the governor's personal feelings about remaining in office are secondary, as he is under obligation to continue performing his duties until the people decide otherwise.
Continue to sit as the governor of Rivers State until the people says otherwise in voting in another election. So it is not about how he feels. It's about the burden of responsibility that he carries. Rivers people and the support they have given the governor was not personal to him.
On the crisis rocking the PDP, Nwibubasa advised Nigerians not to rely on the PDP to rescue the country in the next general election.
If equity, fairness, justice, and truth is not the basis for any reconciliation, then that reconciliation can never be sustainable. Our party is not going the direction that it should be. But beyond the PDP is the question of the Nigerian people. PDP as it stands, that even with the reconciliation, and PDP may find it very difficult to rescue herself. So are we now talking about a country to depend on a party that is finding it difficult to rescue herself? And that's the reason we are clamoring for a strong coalition of Nigerian people.
However, a former commissioner for information in Rivers State, Mr. Ogbonnawuke, believes that the PDP will soon bounce back and take its place as the main opposition party.
As a PDP person, I am convinced that perhaps the PDP is willing now to sit down as a family to discuss issues that pertain to the family. Looking at what happened on Sunday, the fact that even unlikely bedfellows attended the meeting and there was a decision means that the PDP is willing to get together and to prove that point that they have always proved in the past that they're a great party that can get together, a party that can shape the dynamics of not just of our politics but of our nation. I think we should salute the PDP's effort to get together.
Wike also hailed the party leadership for coming together to discuss their problems under one roof. Moving on, a stakeholder in Bonny Kingdom, Mr. Boma Nwaribo, has joined the call for the immediate and unconditional release of the 13 passengers abducted along the Isaka River last week. Speaking with our correspondent, Nwaribo described the incident as one too many, expressing concern that most of the victims are students.
I want to call on the relevant security agencies, Nigerian Navy, the Marine Police, and the Army to collaborate towards fostering the quick release of these kidnapped victims. I must say that this is one too many. I really can't tell if those gunboats are effective. I don't know why this is continuing. Having the problem persisting after solution is provided is worrisome. So we in Bonny, we are worried. We can no longer travel with peace.
Also speaking, the chairman of the Maritime Workers Union in River State, Mr. Israel Warimopepo, expressed hope that the visit of their national president to the River State Sole Administrator will lead to renewed effort to tackle the growing security challenges on the waterways.
President General of the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria, Comrade Francis Bono, visited River State on Friday, just last Friday, to discuss the issue of the insecurity on our waterways. And I can tell you that the sole administrator received him very well, and they discussed extensively on how to safeguard the waterway in terms of logistics for the Marine Police. So for me, the meeting was fruitful, and we hope that maybe any moment from now it will start yielding results.
Meanwhile, the House of Representatives is demanding the unconditional release of all those abducted by sea pirates on their way to Bonny Kingdom, River State. The House passed the resolution after a motion of urgent public importance sponsored by Rivers lawmaker Mr. Cyril Hart. Hart said the repeated incidents also undermine public confidence in the country's security architecture. As you may know, the victims were abducted last Tuesday while traveling from Port Harcourt to Cawthorne Channel and Bile. The pirates also hijacked two passenger boats and made away with goods during the attack. Away from that, the youth president of Umbolu Rumibo, Mr. Chamberlain Okwonda, has renewed calls for the construction of a wider drainage system in the area. Now, this is because of recurring the Umbolu Rumibo section of the East-West Road and linked through normal drainages which will empty at Ntawaba Canal.
The flood has a channel that will pass to the Bori Camp, FGC. There is a canal there. A suitable drainage system can be connected to that canal that will lead to Romola. In this Rumibo entirely, the issue of flood is really alarming. Most of the flood is not water coming from Mbolu because the rain will come from Romawolo down to Mbolu. From there, it does not have anywhere it will go. Then if it settles there, like 2, 3, 4 hours, you will not see the water, meaning that there is a place where it passes, but there is no good drainage to channel it. So if the government come in, they can be able to trace and give it a good drainage system.
Earlier, the secretary of the Obiwale unit of NURTW, Mr. Samuel Ibekwe, told our correspondent that commercial drivers plying between Mbolu Junction and Rumibo Junction hold operations during rainfall due to flash floods in the area. He said the situation hinders the movement of school children and other residents.
The place is very deep. Normal, this once it is bit, no way can put your no life road 6 even there's on the road. Their parents even they are waiting up road. Nobody won't carry motor to swim because motor is not for swimming.
At the Choba axis of the East-West Road, motorists are calling on the government to urgently address the flood situation at the junction. They told our correspondent that the drainage in front of a popular restaurant at Choba Junction is overflowing due to a possible blockage. They say the odor from the stagnant water is unbearable.
This Choba Junction, government don't fix them before. Now, due to the fast food, they use the gutter, do their suck away. So every time when the thing full, the thing always come out main road, spoiling the road. You watch it there now, you will see some block where they there now we fix them so that our motor will not spoil. Government can help us to clear the gutter so that the water will not cycle in the main road.
The road is very bad. Choba Junction, the road needs to be fixed.
What did they cause this problem here? They channel their water, put there. And each time they clean that place, water no go there. They go there dry. But once the thing full, water will start to cycle here. Rain fall, rain no fall. The drainage don't block. That is why no they flow. And they need to flush the drainage now, so the water will pass.
The restaurants waiting for Choba Junction. Now they are suck away the shit and the urine. We don't form. We already ferment. They chop root.
Still to come, House of Representatives rejects bills on rotational presidency. Stay with us. You're welcome back, and now the rest of the news. Executives of the Omoko Development Council, led by the group's chairman, Dr. Christian Ojoba, have paid a courtesy visit to the sole administrator of Oba Ebemandoni local government area, Onelga, Dr. Chukwuma Ajie, pledging full support for his administration. A statement by the special assistant media to the Onelga sole administrator, Humbo Samuel, Ojoba commended Ajie for his visible impact within a short time in office, describing his leadership as promising and people-focused. The ODC chairman then presented a list of pressing issues affecting the Omoko communities, including the abandoned police station built by Ajib, now Owando, the dilapidated Omoko main market, the non-functional women's center, youth unemployment, poor school infrastructure, lack of school desks, and inadequate water supply. He also emphasized the need for collaboration between the local government and community leadership to tackle these challenges and drive meaningful development. In his response, the Onelga boss assured that his administration would address the issue raised, provided it received the support and cooperation of the community. And now a state high court in Okehi has annulled the recognition of Godwin Ogu as the Onyishi Agwuru of Olakwa clan. Recall that in 2023, the Rivers State government issued a certificate of office recognizing Ogu as a monarch. But in a judgment delivered by Justice G.V. Obomano on May 9, 2025, the court gave a perpetual injunction restraining Godwin Ogu from parading as Onyishi Agwuru and chairman of Olakwa Clan Council of Traditional Rulers and Chiefs or any other council of chiefs in Eche local government area. The court, in a suit number OHC/180/CS/2024, held that the purported certificate and every other action relating to the recognition are unlawful. It said Olakwa clan and the chieftaincies too of Onyishi Agwuru of Olakwa clan never existed in Eche, adding that the recognition was inconsistent with the Rivers State Traditional Rulers Law of 2015. Justice Obomano also awarded the cost of 500,000 naira against Ogu in favor of the Onyishi Agwuru of Olakwa Umuselemi clan, Ese Kenwala, who is the claimant in the suit. Away from that, 4 suspects accused of the attempted murder of the leader of the conscience of Ogoni people, Gani Toba, were arraigned before a state high court in Port Harcourt on Tuesday. They are facing a 7-count charge, including conspiracy, attempted murder, cultism, illegal possession of firearms, among others. Their arraignment followed information filed by the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, indicating that the suspect have a case to answer. In the charges read in court, the suspect, Xavier Robert, popularly known as Timberland, Lesser Bugisere, Leka Dele Manapo, and Dele Abobari, popularly known as Bob Satan, along with others now at large, were alleged to have on March 12, 2023, ambushed Gani Toba and shot at him while he was returning from Zabo community in Kana local government area of Port Harcourt. Correspondent Emeka Otoka reports that the 4 suspects pleaded not guilty to the charges. Their lawyers filed for bail afterward. The presiding judge, Justice Augusta Chukwu, after listening to the legal representatives, adjourned the matter to May 24, 2025 for a hearing on the bail application. Now, the House of Representatives has rejected a constitutional amendment bill seeking to rotate the offices of the President and Vice President among 6 geopolitical zones of the country. In his remarks during plenary on Tuesday, Deputy Minority Leader Aliyu Madaki said the problem the bill intends to solve has been addressed by the Federal Character Commission, warning that the issue of rotation should not be included in the Constitution but allowed to remain the way it is. Madaki said the existing political parties already have mechanisms to ensure fair representations in the sharing of offices at every given electoral period. In other news, business mogul from Rivers State, Dumo Lulu Briggs, has been awarded the Lifetime African Achievement Award by the Millennium Excellence Foundation. It is in recognition of his leadership, service, and contribution to African unity and development. A statement by his media team says Lulu Briggs was presented with the award in the Traditional Leadership and Business Excellence category during the 25th anniversary celebration of the foundation in Kumasi, Ghana, over the weekend. Other notable Nigerians award, including President Bola Tinubu, represented by the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Bianca Ojukwu, Dr. Benedict Orama, President of the African Export-Import Bank, who received the Global Intra-Africa Trade Excellence Award, Governor Omo Eno of Akwa Ibom State, honored for governance and public service, and Abdul Samad Rabiu, Chairman of BUA Group, recognized for excellence in business. The statement said, with this award, Lulu Briggs joins leaders who are past laureates of the award, such as Archbishop Desmond Tutu, Professor Wole Soyinka, President Cyril Ramaphosa, and Dr. Mo Ibrahim, amongst other notable Africans.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
U.S. President Donald Trump has said he will lift sanctions on Syria ahead of an expected meeting with its leaders, Ahmed al-Shara. The White House said President Trump has agreed to say hello to Syria's interim president on Wednesday in Saudi Arabia as part of his tour of the Middle East. The announcement of the lifting of sanctions was met with elation in the Syrian capital of Damascus, where cheering, dancing, and celebratory gunfire were heard.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
That's a wrap on the news this morning. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. An analyst has backed Governor Fubara's restrained call. The House of Representatives has rejected bills on rotational presidency. On the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump is expected to meet Syrian leader after announcing he will lift sanctions. The news was edited by Chioma Ezenwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyeli. Many thanks for listening.